Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise and this reading will be for Thursday, February 25th, 2021, and I'm using the Everyday Enchantment Tarot by Poppy Palin. And they're really large cards. If you decide to get them, please know that I'm the one that colored the edges. They're huge. But I thought, they give a very specific message, which is why I don't often use them. But I thought, why not? Let's just try. The backs are beautiful. She's an incredible artist. Look at that. And there's little, like, I think she called them spires. I forget, but like little elf spirits, little spiritual. You'll see when I draw some cards, like little deities, in the cards. But they're very human with the deities. That's what I love about them. Okay, but so back into Thursday, February 25th. What do we most need to know to help our souls evolve and grow and our real selves come through, living in our leadership and our empowerment? What is it that needs to be known? Okay, so we have the Seven of Coins. It's coins in this deck, but it's, Seven of Pentacles, same thing. And then the Three of Wands reversed. And the Hanged Man. Okay. All right. So I might hold the cards up, of course, to bring in the images a little bit better. But as our theme being the Three of Wands reversed, well, I think this has to do with, again, I think the message we had yesterday was quite a little bit about being patient, right? Because when the Three of Wands is straight up, of course, we've put ourselves out there, and we've gone on a journey. I mean, let me show you in the traditional. Yeah, there we go. This dude's put his ships out to sail. And he's not sure if they're going to come back, right? There's a lot of uncertainty with the Three of Wands. But it does indicate, like getting out there and having a strength and having a lot of cooperation, which is what we can certainly see here. There's teamwork here. We don't do anything. We don't live in a bubble or a vacuum. We don't do anything all alone. We're always interdependent upon each other. Like you can see that plane up there. So maybe they got dropped off somewhere higher up, so that it wasn't such a difficult journey. But they're surrounded with animals to support them, and they've got a lot of gear and a lot of support. They have each other. So, yeah, here's where you can see one of the little, like, spirits that are helping them along. It's kind of cool. Yeah. So, this is one of the cards. When it's reversed, we have to bring in that meaning of, being at the top. Like, there's no more waiting, right? They've made it to the top. And so there's some type of like a reconciliation or a resolution after a struggle, like after a lot of hard work. It can be the end of a conflict, if there was any type of a conflict. And I remember that was a lot of the message yesterday, was being patient, and we'd made it. We'd gotten to that place where the inner conflict had been healed. So a big major piece of duality had actually been healed. So, being that, they're no longer climbing at the top, to the top of the mountain or waiting for the ship to come in, whatever it is, it's done. When it's reversed, it means that it's done. So there's the end of this, hard job, and there's rest. And especially coupled with the Hanged Man, there's the ability to rest. And the Seven of Coins, because here, if we just look at Look at all the images in this card. There's the little, like, a little sprite or whatever little spirit. Again, right there. Right there. With the hand out, with the light coming out of the hand, and helping her maybe to get some ideas, because she's trying to decide, it looks like she's trying to decide if, how much, all of her work is worth. And that is part of the issue, with the Seven of Pentacles or Seven of Coins, Seven of the Materials, whatever you want to call it. It has to do with reevaluating. So this can be that, I love this message together actually, that you're thinking, we're all thinking, well, what is it worth to me, to do all this work, to create all this, to put it all together? What do I really need to receive back from, for all of this work? There's the full-blown image. And someone's, people are willing to pay, right? People are willing to give something in return, but there's a reevaluation and a real, assessment about what it is that you want to charge for your services, or for, diving into your self-worth even. Because the Pentacles have to do with everything physical, which means our bodies as well. So a lot of times there's that tapping into, she's pausing right here in that tapping into the future. And so rather than create any type of, challenge or anxiety over the future, it's really a card of, there's a promise, of the money coming in, but you have to decide, what do you really want to charge? Or there's a promise of resources and support coming in, but you really want to decide, you really want to think about, is this, what you want to be involved in, or do you, there's harvest here, so we reap what we sow, so we always have to be careful what we get involved in. But we have a doggy here, and dogs to me are all about loyalty and friends. And, I love how the dog's like literally looking up at the little sprite, So I think the main message here, if we just go with the imagery, which is my intention most of the time, is to know that we always have guidance, right? There's always love. The universe is made from the forces of love, and they're always emanating out towards us. So we can build better, and we can go higher and deeper, and we do have support. So this may be a day of looking at all the support you have, and realizing that that's how you create an even more, stable, solid foundation. And then deciding what you really want to engage in, or what you want to charge for your services, if that's the case. It has to do with prioritizing as well, I just heard. Like really getting in touch with, I'll get the owls here too, getting in touch with what really matters. Maybe the message with the owls is to be wise. Be wise about what you communicate, because we have birdies here, and to be loyal to yourself, because we have the dog here twice. And because if we just look at this whole image, we can see, they're at a fair, they're at the fairgrounds, or some type of maybe a flea market, or fair experience. And there's people shopping in the background, and they're all going in front of all the booths. And maybe this guy has said, well, here, I only want to pay this much, and I want that one. Like maybe he wants the most expensive pillow. It looks like pillows, yeah. And but I only have this much, will you take it? And she's like, wait a minute, let me think about it. Is that fair? Do I really want to let that go? Or is this guy trying to scam me? So we have to take a pause here with the Seven of Coins. With the Seven of Coins, we have to take a pause. And we have to, think about what is it that we want to do we want to give ourselves away if it's a little less than what we wanted? And maybe it's okay. Depends. Or maybe there's a negotiation, right? But this little elfy kind of sprite is this little spirit, person is I think helping her, whispering in her ear. So I feel like part of the message is to always listen to your guides. A big part of the message is to always listen to your guides. And again, like I was saying, with this Three of Wands reversed is, don't fall into a lot of self-doubt. Sometimes we do have setbacks, and sometimes we even like have to go back home because we got to the top and we're done. But to know that tomorrow's always a day, a new day. Tomorrow's always another day, and all we really need to do is just surrender. With the Hanged Man here, the message is always about surrendering and looking at things from a different angle. That's what's so beautiful about the Hanged Man. It's all about, when it comes through, in the upright position, which it has, it's all about our wisdom and our spirituality. And, we have wisdom here with the imagery on the owls. And, there's, if you're gonna look at life from all different angles, and you're going to question reality in a lot of different ways. I mean, look, it's like here's the sprite again. Here's the little spirit guy helping him. And this might look like a kid that's just going to hang in there and being silly, but look at the peaceful white dove up here. And if we look at all these imageries, the people here, there's a little girl screaming, you're gonna, oh, I see, there's a spider right here. So now we know why she's screaming. And he's like, well, it's okay. Spiders create. I'm just gonna look at things from a different angle. And he's might be seen as kind of like, what's going on? But then again, on another level, the true meaning of this card is tapping into our spirits, tapping into our wisdom. It's a place where we can take a break, and which is what we have here. And even here she's pausing. So again, there's that theme running through all, the interconnections of all three cards about taking a pause, taking a break. It's suspending life as we know it for a while and just resting. This sometimes has to do, many times actually, remember we have the white dove up here, so we're in that realm of a personality transformation, because when you don't have to hang upside down, but a lot of people do for other, like physical and health reasons. But if you're just going with the message on the card or the message of the card, we're in that realm of questioning from different angles, questioning our beliefs from all different angles and trying to get inside the truth. And that's how we transform the false beliefs, because we always have to look at, where did we get the false belief? When did it begin? You don't have to pinpoint exactly when, but you'll find there's always been the pervasive theme growing up when you were a kid of just, this is the way life is, and your parents role model a certain thing to you. And you grow up thinking that's just the way life is. Then when you get older, you start going, well, wait a minute. Something doesn't feel right. So you start, reflecting. There's a lot of self-reflection with the Hanged Man. And then you get a new perspective, and then you begin to let go of what isn't true. Like, maybe it's not true that spiders are really scary. Some of them are, some of them are poisonous. I wouldn't want them anywhere near me. But out in nature, they eat other bugs, and And they build beautiful webs, which is a really wonderful aspect of creation in nature. And especially when you change, you can watch, because if they change when they're building a web, if they change one little strand, it affects the rest of the web. So that's, that goes along right here with this message of letting go and making changes from within, and it changes everything in the outside, or changes something in the outside at least. So even though there's uncertainty here, and it seems to be that there's uncertainty here, we still have this place with the Three of Wands reversed that can have us returning back home to who we truly are and letting go of some self-doubt, which is beautiful. I love that. I mean, letting go of self-doubt is one of the biggest keys, but it takes a lot of inward reflection. And then from there, we make the changes. That when we surrender all of the false beliefs, we surrender all of the things that we are not. So one by one, every false belief we let go of, we bring back home to ourselves another piece of our souls that had been kind of frozen or split off or missing, whatever you want to call it. Whatever when it's soul retrieval work, it can feel like it was a part of you that was missing, a part of you that you didn't know about yourself. But underneath it, who you truly are has been there all along. So to me, it feels more like when I've done the work, it feels more like, yeah, I didn't know myself and I got a part of myself back, but that part I got back was always there. So it's not like something was missing from within inherently. I believe that we're whole and complete inside, down in the core of who we are and in the nucleus of every cell. And we're always recreating ourselves. So there, can be a little bit of a paradox. But when you get down deep inside of it, you're just coming through. Who you truly are is coming through, is now able to come through, because we've done the work to dissolve the soul substance that was frozen, that needed to be, grieved. The aspects needed to be grieved and healed, and then the, when you grieve, the tears, you know how that goes. It frees up life force. It brings through awareness that you didn't have before, and then the real you can shine through. So this could be, if we forget that it's Seven of Coins and just go with the artwork, this could be that place where we are reassessing our gifts and how we value ourselves. And the Three of Wands could be speaking to how we're returning home to who we truly are. And it's a process that we're always, I don't know if you're always, but it'll seem like it takes years, and then suddenly you have who you truly are back, And it's not that it went away. It's just that it was covered. So we're truly working to uncover the real you, uncover the real us. And then we can be super, happy and real with each other, and life can be completely different, much, much more peaceful, much, much more playful, and maybe a lot less fear. Although, if I were hanging upside down and looked over and saw a spider, I think I might move. But I love the playfulness here. And then the imagery of, this guy's just like, oh, God, just trying to get to work. They look like they're on a trolley, or they're waiting. No, you know what? It looks to me like they're actually waiting for a train to come in that they can get on. Yeah. And I don't know, is he looking at the kid, afraid he's going to fall on his head? Oh my goodness, what is this kid doing? Or is he worried about work? You know, we don't really know. Definitely, I think this little girl is screaming because of this spider. So there's a lot going on here. But of course, you know, traditionally with the Hanged Man, it is definitely about reflecting and letting go. And yes, it can seem to be uncertain, but there is a lot of uncertainty on this card, because I'm not sure like what all these people are thinking, right? But letting go of everything that we're not is the message that I want to convey here, and that we can bring in a new perspective of life if we're tapped into who we truly are. And there's really no sacrifice with this card. It's just really letting go of what you're not. So, okay. Well, that's all I have. Let me know whether you like this deck or not. It's a trip. I mean, yeah. Oh my God. Here's the devil. He's going on a one-way street the wrong way. And he doesn't give a, you know what. He doesn't give a rat's, you know what. And he's smoking. What's he smoking? And who's this guy on his shoulder whispering in his ear? You know, and here he is, got champagne in the back. We have money in the front. Of course, Poppy Palin's from the UK, so we have Queen's. We have the pound here. And these people are watching on like, whoa, you know. So it's a trippy deck, but let me know if you like it or you don't, and I'll use it or not. Okay. Thanks, you guys. Take good care. Bye.